Hello and good morning. My name is Erin. I'm Queen Bee Tarot, and I've got a super fun astrology update for you guys. And we're going to do a pick a pile tarot card reading as well. Happy Saturday, you guys. I hope that you have a chance to have a break. If it's not actually your Saturday, hopefully you get a break soon. So, what's new in astrology is that we are just out of a new moon in Capricorn. The moon was in Aquarius for the last couple of days, and now it's moved into Pisces. When the moon is in Pisces, our energy is much more flowing, creative. It's going to be a lot easier to tap into your intuition, and you might even be having some really cool, vivid dreams as well. It's a fantastic time to meditate and contemplate. And as the moon is just coming out of its new moon phase, this is called a waxing crescent. And the theme for the waxing crescent moon is have faith in your dreams. What's happening beyond the moon is that Mercury, the messenger, which rules our headspace and communication, has just moved into Capricorn. Now, it was in Capricorn a couple of weeks ago. It retrograded into Sagittarius, and now it has returned to Capricorn. So when Mercury, which rules our headspace and communication, is in the practical earth sign Capricorn, we can tend to be much more serious. But it is a wonderful opportunity to utilize the energy of being practical, of really delving into our perseverance, and finally being able to set ourselves onto some tasks that might even be mundane. It's a great time to get some perhaps boring, but also serious stuff done. Capricorn is the boss. Capricorn is the goat, heading towards long-term goals with diligence and perseverance and lots of focus. However, when Mercury is in Capricorn, it doesn't jive with just everyone. Capricorns are going to be vibing really high. You're going to feel like you're totally in the zone. It's going to totally be your kind of a vibe. And it will be the same for Taurus and Virgo as well, because you guys are all earth signs. Pisces and Scorpio are going to get a nice creative boost when Mercury is in Capricorn. But if you are an Aquarius, a Sagittarius, a Gemini, or a Leo, this is going to be a time of growth. Stepping outside of your comfort zone, embracing some skills, embracing some skills, or stretching your headspace to be more practical than you usually would be, or more focused than you usually would be. It's going to be a little bit of a stretch for Aquarius, Sagittarius, Gemini, or Leo, but it is a good opportunity to embrace new skills and really kind of step up your game a little bit. If you are an Aries, a Libra, or a Cancer, this is going to be actually especially challenging for you. It's only a couple of weeks, but it's definitely not your vibe. It is way more practical and serious than you like to be. So it might actually be challenging for Aries, Libra, or Cancer while Mercury is in Capricorn. Now, because the theme of Mercury being in Capricorn is all about being serious and being practical, focusing on long-term goals, the theme of the pick a card today is going to be two questions. First question is going to be, what do you need to take more seriously? And the second question is just offering contrast. What do you need to lighten up on? So we're going to do 3 piles. And while I shuffle, I will invite you guys to take some nice deep breaths. Try and get yourselves nice and zen. When you take a deep breath in, try and take in as much air as you possibly can. Hold it at the top, and then slowly exhale and hold it at the bottom. See if you can do 3 deep breaths like that. So, what do my friends need to take more seriously? Hope you guys are taking your nice deep breaths. Get nice and zen. Okay, we've got 3 cards for what you guys need to take more seriously. And then we're going to ask, what do my friends need to lighten up on? What do my friends need to lighten up on? Okay. I've got 3 piles for you to choose one. Pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. Are you ready? Choose whichever pile you feel most drawn to. Let's start with pile 1. So pile 1, what you need to take more seriously, we've got the 7 of Pentacles, which is all about long-term goals. This person is leaning on a garden tool, looking at their plant, which is growing, and it's always a battle of patience. Patience versus will. In order to really see our garden thrive, in a literal sense, we have to water it every day. We have to pick the weeds out. So if your goals are not being watered every day, they're not going to grow to their full potential. So what you need to take seriously is putting in daily effort. Doesn't have to be anything grand or extravagant, but as long as you put a little bit of effort in towards your goals every single day, they're going to do a lot better, and they're definitely going to thrive way more than if you only sporadically put your energy into them. And if you chose pile 1, what you need to lighten up on is the idea that you have to either go big or go home. Like I said with the 7 of Pentacles, a little bit goes a long way. It's just about putting in effort consistently. With the 9 of Pentacles, what you need to lighten up on is the fear that you always have to be chasing. We have a hunting bird at the top, but the hunting bird has a hood on, which means that this is not the time to chase. There's actually a tiny little snail in the bottom corner telling you to slow down. Take things one day at a time, one step at a time, 1 minute at a time. Like I said, you don't have to be crazy extravagant or over the top. You don't have to conquer the world. It's just about putting in a small amount of effort, little by little, and lo and behold, before you know it, you're going to have so much to be proud of. If you chose pile 2, what you are encouraged to take more seriously is dealing with challenges. Not everybody likes a challenge. Not everybody feels comfortable when there is friction. Your growth point, where you are encouraged to stretch in your abilities, is to face challenges head on and deal with them in a practical sense. It is really easy to get our emotions riled up, or our energy can quickly spin out of control if we feel like we are not prepared for the challenges at hand. Feeling not prepared is instant panic, right? But the 5 of Wands encourages us to take a step back, choose our battles wisely, prioritize our efforts, and if you feel really, really overwhelmed with the vast amount of tasks or duties ahead of you, see what you can do to break them down into a to-do list, and then prioritize your to-do list. What has to be done ASAP, and what can be put off maybe tomorrow or dropped entirely. But you need to, in order to really, really, really step up your game, what you need to take seriously is you have to believe in yourself and give yourself the time to face challenges instead of backing away or running away when things get hard. Not everything's going to be easy, right? And sometimes that which we struggle for is the sweetest reward. What you're encouraged to lighten up on is everything that is outside of your control. When we see the Hanged Man, the head is below the heart, which means that it is entirely possible that right now you are overthinking things. He's got his hands behind his back, indicating that this is not a time for major changes, major choices, major purchases, nothing like that. It's about holding tight and looking at what already exists from a different perspective. Try not to overthink it, lighten up, hold space for your heart, and just remember, you are capable. Your survival rate of hard days so far is at 100%. So give yourself a pat on the back. And just remember that sometimes, once in a while, we get shown the light in the strangest of places if we look at it right. right? Grateful Dead. The Hanged Man is all about looking at things differently, surrendering to the process, having patience, and not overthinking things. And if you chose pile 3, what you are encouraged to take more seriously is your emotional depth. Often when we have really strong emotional reactions, our tendency is to hide or feel embarrassed. Maybe we don't want people to know that we are struggling. Maybe we don't want people to know that we're having dark thoughts or dark feelings. But if we hide from our shadow, we will always be running from it. The Moon card says that what you need to take more seriously is your depth. And what I'd like to remind you of is that your depth for fear or anxiety or any of those things will always be matched by your depth for love and joy and success. So if you find yourself on one side of the pendulum, trust that you are a balanced being that is capable of both sides of the pendulum. Don't run from your feelings. Your feelings actually have something to teach you. And the more that you are aware of how you feel deep down inside and you hold space for that shadow and the light, that's when your pathway is going to open up. The other thing, sorry, I just wanted to mention, the moon is also about that which is hidden, mysteries, the unknown, but also our infinite potential. So what you're encouraged to take seriously is the fact that you have a major transition coming up. You are about to be reborn. And by facing your deepest fears, you're going to find the answers that you've been looking for this whole time. What you need to lighten up on is not worrying so much about what other people think. The 10 of Wands is about being overburdened. Sometimes those burdens are truly our responsibilities, but sometimes the burdens that we carry are the weight of expectations of others. So the 10 of Wands, as we can see, this person is carrying so many sticks that they can't even see what their next best steps are. So what you need to lighten up on is how much pressure you put on yourself. You don't have to be perfect. Everyone is a being of shadow and light. Let go of other people's expectations. Focus on what's most important to you. And if you let go of some of the energy that's weighing you down, all of a sudden you're going to find that clarity that you were looking for. I can't say this enough. It doesn't matter what other people think of you. The most important thing is how you feel about yourself. And if how you feel about yourself is based on other people's opinions, that's where you're going wrong. That your self-confidence, your self-love, your sense of being unconditionally worthy, those all have to come from inside of you, not from anybody else. This being a 10 also tells us that you are at the end of a burdensome path. And somehow, by letting go of something that's weighing you down, that's where you're going to find the pathway to things getting better. Well, I hope that helped you guys. If you'd ever like to book a private reading with me, you can do so from anywhere in the world at www.queenbeetarot.net. If you like my videos, please do like and subscribe so that you get all the updates. And every subscriber that likes my videos helps my videos be seen by more people. It expands my reach. Thank you so much, you guys. I love you. I really appreciate your support, and I will see you tomorrow. Have a blessed day.